What's up? I'm Mike, N2MAK, and I did it. I used a Baofeng for 30 days. And don't worry, this isn't a review, it's not a sponsored video or anything, so there's no spurious commissions. See what I did there? Anyway, here's what I thought. It all started as an April Fool's joke, and when I declared April as Baofeng Awareness Month and was filming the video, I started thinking, hey, this might actually not be that bad of an idea, so I decided to eat my own words, and for every day in April, I used one of my Baofengs. Now, I've got a couple of them, the UV5R, the GT5R, the clean version, and the BTEC Tri-Band, the UV 5x3. So I used each of those every single day. And some of the stuff I did was not rocket science. It's the typical things that I do with my radios, my HTs, my Yaesu, and my ICOM on a regular basis. I checked into local nets on repeaters. I did WinLink Wednesday and APRS Thursday using my MobiLink TNC4. But I also wanted to do some things I normally don't do, especially with the Baofengs, and those are things like manually programming in repeaters. I even added in the frequencies for the ISS so that they're there when I decide to get around to doing satellites when the weather gets better sometime this summer, I'm thinking. But, you know, at the end of the day, it was, for me, I think it was a good experience. I've got these radios. They were sitting on the shelf. They weren't getting much use other than the Tri-Band, which I would use during VHF contests because it's got 220. Nonetheless, it was a good experience. They got use. I got comfortable with some of the settings. There's certainly some things that I don't like about the Baofengs, such as not being able to program in scan edges, or easily being able to add the name of a repeater if you're programming something in on the fly manually. But at the end of the day, these are bad radios. They're not great radios either. They're probably a good radio for a beginner. They're inexpensive, the accessories are inexpensive, and they're a good radio for somebody who's an experienced operator just to have laying around as a backup or a loaner. But hey, $20 is $20. You get what you pay for. And speaking of $20 is $20, I got a bunch of these stickers that I'm bringing out with me to Hamvention. So if you see me, definitely stop me. I'd love to meet you, and I'll be handing these out. Anyway, if you take away anything from this video, it's just use your stuff. We all have antennas, radios, and other gear that's been sitting on the shelf or in a box that hasn't been used in forever, or maybe hasn't even been used at all. But when we know how to use our stuff, it makes us better operators. It makes us better Elmers. And who knows, maybe we'll even appreciate what we have a little bit more. But thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it encourages you to use some of the gear that you haven't used that much. If you haven't yet, please click like and subscribe to my channel. If you got a comment or question, leave it down below. I'm Mike, N2MAK, 73. What's up? I'm Mike, N2MAK, and I actually did it. I used a Baofeng for 30 days. What else am I supposed to say?